Hi, this is Chris at the Wandering Bull. Today we're going to talk about some quill work. We're going to do the single lane technique, and the examples here I have in front of me. Around the top of this bag is all that stitch, and here, and this bag around the red perimeter is that single lane technique. This guy here, around the Thunderbird, the white around the Thunderbird is that single lane technique. We use the back stitch, and we're going to use one thread, one quill at a time. We're going to snip the black off the point, and we're going to just cut the end off of the part that would stick in the animal. The reason we're doing that is we're going to take one quill, do the quill work, poke a hole in it, and then slide that new quill inside of the existing quill. So there'll be so we won't have that knot showing up. So let's get started. Once again, we're going to use single lane, one thread, one quill at a time until we're adding another quill. Then we'll be working with two quills. This is a bag I've been working on. I have the turtle in the center, and that whole perimeter is done in that same technique that we're going to work on. The turtle in the center, I've outlined him with white, did a row of red, and then did another row of white on the inside. So threaded my needle. I'm using a 10-0 beading needle, and the 9-0 thread, I have waxed it. Let's do a circle. Same thing. I have my 9-0 thread with my 10-0 beading needle. I'm going to wax that guy. Pick a spot on the circle, grab about a 1/4 inch of leather, pull that out. There's my tail. I'm going to snip that guy off. So I'm going to create another loop. Take my quill, lay it in place. So I'm going to work, this end here would have the black tip. This end here is the black point, and this end here is where it would stick into the animal. I'm going to hold that down with my thumb. Pull that through. So now we have that quill secured. I'm going to go back towards myself, 1/4 inch, grab a little piece of leather. I want the quill on my left. Now I take the thread is between the quill and the needle, around the quill, hold that guy down. The reason I hold him down with my thumb is, as you pull that thread, see as it all turns and twists, it will want to twist around your quill, and then you got a big knot. So if you hold it down, the thread can't come off the quill and can't jump back on it in the last minute. So that's my first stitch. Here's that second one. I've gone 1/4 inch back, thread on my right, go underneath that needle, around the quill, hold the quill down. Same technique on the circle as doing it a straight line. The size of the quill. If you use a real small quill, your work is really tight and fine. You could use a medium-sized quill, and I refer to that medium size. That guy's probably, he's about a 1/16 of an inch in diameter. And I like that size. The quill moves nicely, and it's not super fine. This technique was used majority of the Eastern Woodlands people on all kinds of quill work, all kinds of bags. Was this single lane technique, and it was really like a border design. I've seen some Micmac bags where the whole bag is all done in this technique, not the zigzag stitch. They'll quill flowers, humans, a lot of figures. So I'm getting to the point where I want to add a new quill. I got about a 1/2 inch of a tail. I take my needle, I'm going to go enlarge the hole that's already there. And I want to slide that quill in. I'm going to want to slide that needle in as far as I can without poking out. So that needle's probably 1/4 of an inch in. Pull them out. Take my quill, and now I'm going to take the part that sticks into the animal, and I'm going to slide it on the inside in the hole of the end that would have the black tip that we cut off. So the same thing, I'm going to back up. I got about 1/4 inch of leather. My thread underneath the needle, around the quill, hold it in place, give it a pull. At this point in time, I want to catch both quills, the original first quill and the second quill that I slid on the inside. Same technique. So I'm going to hold that quill with my thumb, pull it, and there you go. So a seamless transition with the new quill. It's inside. You don't see that seam. Underneath the needle, around the quill. So there's the new quill. So I've used 2 quills so far. My thread underneath that needle, around the quill. So I made the mistake. The thread went in the wrong direction. Now my quill's facing to my right opposed to facing to my left. So I know I've made the twist incorrect. So I'm going to back that up. So all I want to do is just find my thread in that stitch. Pull my thread backwards. Okay, so in an attempt to fix the stitch that I went the wrong direction, so this thread, I'm going to go underneath, hold that in place, give it a pull. And now that quill goes to my left. So I know I have done that stitch correctly. I'm going to wax my thread up a little bit. As soon as it starts to tangle, knot up, you need to wax. And by the looks of it, this quill is going to be just short of meeting the original quill. So at this point in time, I'm going to snip him back a little bit. I got a 1/2 inch tail. Going to repeat that process. Take my needle, open up the inside of that quill. This is where, when we talk about a long quill, a short quill, I want a short quill because I just got to do like 3 stitches. So there's no sense in using a great long quill that will get you a long distance now because you'll cut it in half. You'll waste that quill. So I'm going to select a little short quill. Insert him inside of that. Take my needle. Take my thread. It's on the right side. Underneath the needle. Around that quill. Hold it in place. Catch both quills in there. Once again. I'll get one more stitch in place. Okay, so I have now met the first stitch that I have done. I'm right at that point. So what I want to do is I'm going to make this quill go right over that little bit of a tail. I'm going to take, this quill is ending, so I'm going to take my thread and I'm going to go past the first knot that I did. So same technique, needle on the right, take my thread, wrap underneath my quill. Now I have the third quill on top of the first quill I started, and I just want to secure it. I'm going to go right over my work. So I'm going over that quill. And I'm just going to tuck them, pull them down tight. Right there. Single lane technique, done on brain tan, one thread, one needle. We here at the Wandering Bull, we sell porcupine quills in all kinds of colors. We sell thread, needle, wax. And if you have any questions, you could give us a call at 1-800-430-2855. Jump on wanderingbull.com. Also on wanderingbull.com, at the top of the bar, you'll see a link to our YouTube channel where you can view other quill work videos that we have done in the past. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.